In this video, we will take a much deeper look at how to actually enter hours on the schedule. There are a number of ways to do that. After all, this is a scheduling program, so we best get to it. The most obvious way is to click on the employee in time and out time. When you click on the in time, you'll be given a drop arrow. Select the time you wish this employee to be starting, then move to the out time, click the drop arrow, select the time you wish this employee's shift to be ending, and you have scheduled a shift. This particular shift is 5 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and 8.5 hours. Notice that the time turned green. Recall that the green time indicates that this worker is coming to work before the store actually opens to the public, so therefore he is counted as an opener. Our store on Monday opens at 6 a.m. to the public. The worker comes in at 5 a.m., therefore he is considered an opener. You can repeat this procedure for any employee for any day of the week. Another more efficient way is to use what we call predefined shifts. First, we must enable point and click. Then we can select from one of our predefined shifts, which I have already set up. You can set up to 20 predefined shifts. Setting up predefined shifts is discussed in a future video. Let me select the 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift. Notice that is now the selected shift. In order to utilize that shift, simply click on the employee's in time, and that shift is automatically populated to that employee. This will not work should you click on the employee out time. You must click on the employee in time. This process saves you time, as you do not have to go through the drop downs on both the in time and the out time. Should you wish to select a different shift, simply go back up and select that shift, and then again repeat the process to populate that shift to the employee's timeline. There is even a faster way to accomplish the same thing. Notice this little arrow. Click on it. You'll be presented with the same predefined shifts in a floating form that you can move around on your screen. To select one of the predefined shifts, simply move your mouse cursor over one of the predefined shifts and move it away. You don't even have to click. And now you have selected that shift, and you can utilize that shift on your schedule. To change the shift, move the mouse over a different shift, move it away, and you have selected a different shift. When done, click Close, and you can turn off point and click by answering yes. You can also use what we call the right-click menu. By right-clicking on the employee's in time, you can see that you'll be presented with some additional options. You can copy these hours to the next day if you wish, just by selecting that. Go to the next one, copy hours to next day, and hours are copied. You'll also notice that the predefined shifts are available to you on the right-click menu, so feel free to use that as well. So these are the most common ways to enter hours: directly by using the drop-down, by using the predefined shifts, and by using the predefined shifts floating toolbar. These are the most common ways that you can enter hours onto the weekly work schedule. There are some additional shortcuts which are discussed in the user manual. Feel free to use those shortcuts if you like to work with keyboard shortcuts. In a previous video, I briefly discussed these blue buttons on the timeline. As you recall, these blue buttons deal with employee paid and unpaid breaks. If your restaurant does not pay for breaks, time can be deducted for unpaid breaks depending upon the length of the shift. In this particular case, this employee is scheduled for an 8-hour shift but is only being credited for 7.5 hours. That is because this particular store does not pay for breaks, and after 5 hours, a 30-minute unpaid break is deducted from this employee's time. Now, should you want this employee to be paid for his break, simply click the button and that 30-minute time will be added back in, and the button turns red and the wording paid break is indicated on the timeline. Why would you do this? Well, perhaps Mark is the only management person on duty. Therefore, he cannot leave the store. If this particular manager is the only manager on duty and cannot leave the store, generally most companies will pay for this employee's break. On this particular day, we added the 30 minutes back in. This now completes our video on scheduling hours on the weekly work scheduler.